Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. Sorry I missed our upload yesterday, but it was a busy day and I was tired. I kind of took the day off, which we all need to do once in a while. So let's see what Spirit has to tell us today. We've got the Page of Cups in the reverse and Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So the Page of Cups is he's all about emotion, but a childlike emotion, right? So he's seeing things from a perspective of, say, a childlike energy. He's got this, you see the fish is out of the water, so maybe feeling a little uncomfortable, feeling like a fish out of water, but we've got it in the reverse. So really starting to become comfortable with self-love is how I'm reading this. It could be maybe it's breakup. It's I don't really think it's the traditional meaning, right? Which would be like a breakup of a divorce or a marriage or what have you. I really feel like it's the opposite. I feel like this is you becoming comfortable with not having to be in the relationship, not having to have another person to fill your cup because you're able to fill it yourself. And that's becoming more comfortable for you. I really think that this is a step in the right direction. We get, after that, the Wheel of Fortune, which is, the Wheel of Fortune card tells us that things are always constantly changing, right? Constantly. And the direction of that wheel is something that we have the ability to steer. A lot of times we're not aware of that. And I feel like the energy lately has been more of a divine nature than it has of us steering it for ourselves. I feel like a lot of what's going on lately is literally what needs to happen. Things that are happening are a little bit out of our control right now. Whatever's happening, good or bad, is what was written in the stars, and not necessarily a result of free will. Well, I guess it would be a result of free will, depending on the timelines, right? What choices we've made in the past have brought us to this point, but I feel like right now the energy is such that whatever's happening is all being decided by divine intervention, if you will. The more we love ourselves and the more we stay in that positive energy, then that Wheel of Fortune is going to reflect that. Everything in our life reflects our own feelings back to us about how we feel about ourselves. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. This is balance. This is giving and receiving in a balanced way. I have been kind of on a balanced kick lately. If you notice too, everybody's contributing here, right? In the past, I feel like maybe a lot of us who have been, I wanted to say diagnosed, because I almost feel like it is a disorder. But those of us that have struggled with codependency, specifically, are used to being the only ones giving and never receiving. So we went through a really hard time learning how to receive, which sounds really, I don't want to say dumb, but it sounds like, why would that be hard, right? Why would receiving gifts and receiving anything, help, whatever, why would that be difficult? But when you have spent your entire life not being offered anything to receive, I don't think you know what to do with it when it happens. I know we have a group back home. Well, this is home now, but back where I used to live. And, we used to say, don't be a bad receiver. You try to do something nice for somebody or whatnot, and they'd say, oh, no, don't worry about it. That's a bad receiver, The universe tries to give us gifts, and God is blessing us, and we're saying, no, we're not worthy. And I just thought of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with that one. But either way, you are worthy by virtue of the fact that you were born, by virtue of the fact that you even exist makes you worthy for all of the abundance and blessings that you receive. We don't have to check off a list of things that we needed to do or feel or say to reach that goal of being worthy, right? It's not a class that you take and graduate. You just are. And so many things in life are that way, and we don't even realize it. They're not right, they're not wrong, they just are. And when you can put yourself into a perspective of observer and not try to assign right and wrong, good or bad, things can become clear because you take the emotion out of it. It's like any story that you tell always has three sides to it, right? There's side A, side B, and the truth. So when you can see the truth, it's because you're not attaching any emotion. It's because you're not assigning good or bad. You're not looking at it from a place of duality, which is the world that we live in, right? We live in a world of duality. And I'm just looking here. I was looking at the next card. I noticed this one's flipped up. So we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like, it's kind of shaken up what we've been taught, right? Question everything. That's been the theme of the month, really. Question everything, Why is it good? Why is it bad? Who stated that it was good or bad? Who decided that? Are they in charge? Are they right? Are they wrong? Were they trying to protect us? Were they only teaching us what they knew, right? God's infinite wisdom and love and abundance, we couldn't possibly know all of it, right? Or we'd not be here. So we're constantly growing, evolving, and learning. And I think lately the idea is to define it for yourself, question everything. Page of Swords in reverse. So pages are children, and the swords, of course, are your thoughts. This is thinking of everything from a childlike perspective, but we've got it in the reverse. And actually, our whole reading is bookended by two pages who are in the reverse. So I feel like that's telling us we're advancing, right? We're not children anymore in this spiritual journey. We have progressed and we've grown, and we can feel that, and now it's time that we recognize it with our thoughts and with our mind. And I'm going to check the meaning of the card. I still don't feel like it's going to be... Okay, so this is freedom. It's an immature type of energy, but I feel like it's more mature than we've had in the past. It might still be considered immature because we're always growing, right? Are we ever really done growing, learning, changing? And I think no, we're not. And so this is just kind of one of those times when we can sit back and just appreciate that growth. Maybe you were given a situation that you've been faced with over and over again, but this time you handled it different, right? Sometimes we're given those same situations not to be tested, but as confirmation, to show us that we've grown, to show us that we have done a lot of work, and it's paying off, right? Because our reactions are not reacting anymore. We're responding. We are taking a moment to pause and really reflect and think about what we're going to say before we say it, about what we're going to do before we do it. And we're not letting people trigger us the way they used to. We're still going to get triggered to heal things, but we're not going to be flying off the handle or stuck in a rut of reactions and cyclical encounters the way we used to be, right? So we're not perfect. I mean, we're still going to have some times and areas when those old reactions come back, and that's okay, right? It's okay. As long as we know we're doing better than we did yesterday, and we're doing the best we can with the information that we have today. That's all we can ask for. So I really like the energy today, guys. I feel like just be aware. Be aware that a lot of what's happening isn't necessarily a test or a punishment. It's a confirmation, right? Appreciate your growth. Appreciate where you're at. I don't know how everybody's doing with their gratitude lists, but I am about to do mine after this, and my green energy is going to be put to the test today. I'm going to take some puppies to the vet, and my little one Stella has cherry eye, it's called, which I'd never heard of. So we're going to see how much green energy it's going to take to resolve that. So I'm going to cut to the chase and get our advice, which is be proud of who you are. Laughter is the best medicine, and dream. My friend and I were talking this morning, and she was saying that there's a lady on YouTube, and I can't remember her name. She told me. I'll have to text her and find out who it is again. But just like a comic, right? Like sometimes even watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Do whatever you have to laugh, because it truly is the best medicine. It raises your vibration. Think about that movie Monsters, Inc. When they had the scare tactics, right? They could still gain energy from the children, but the laughter they were off the charts with, and they didn't realize it. So I feel like, we forget to just laugh and play and be funny, and remember that. Remember to try to find the humor in your situations. I feel like, making fun of yourself before somebody else can kind of takes the wind out of their sails, right? So I know I was super sensitive as a child. When people make fun of me, I was devastated, right? And but there was kids that were in my class that would do that. They would make fun of themselves, and nobody else ever made fun of them. I don't know why I never figured that out sooner, but if you can literally take the words out of their mouth and say them before they say it, and change the game on them, then they have to do something different, right? So the only thing we can control is ourselves. The only thing we can control is how we react, how we respond, what we say, what we do. So we want things outside of us to change. We got to change the game from within. So remember that, okay? Moving forward, appreciate it. Be proud of where you are. You've done so much work, and I'm so proud of all of us for where we're at right now. And call in your spirit guides, call in God, call in archangels, angels, ancestors, whomever it is that you speak to, and ask them for help when you need to, but also know that you've done a lot yourself, and you've done a lot for them too. So be very, very proud of that. Find the humor and keep dreaming. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I am got to get ready for the vet here, and so do your journals this morning. Find your 10 plus things that you're grateful for. Hold that feeling of gratitude in your body, and start to notice more things that you'll be grateful for. And remember, money's just a resource, just like the air that we breathe. It's infinite. It's unlimited. Just because I have more doesn't mean you have less. So change the world. Call money by a different name, and we're going to use green energy. So go out there and enjoy. All right, guys. Love you. We'll talk soon.